animals that have gone extinct in the past decade.
Scientists have discovered up to 1.3 million species, representing about 20% of the total species there are on this planet. So there are still millions of species waiting to be discovered. Except we'll never get to know most of them. Over 99% of all the species that have ever lived are believed to be extinct. Here are 5 of the most recent animal species that have gone forever. Number 5. West African Black Rhinoceros. There is one damning statistic associated with the Black Rhino. At the start of the 20th century, the population of these sturdy herbivores roaming across the African continent numbered 1 million. 6 decades later an unremitting slaughter began. Between 1960 and 1995 upwards of 98% of these magnificent creatures were butchered by poachers coveting their horns as ingredients for the lucrative trade in hoax medicines for the Far East. Their population had dwindled to less than a dozen by 1997, and although there were sporadic sightings for the next few years, the species has now been included in the world's list of extinct creatures. Number 4. Christmas Island Pipistrel. Although the night skies over this tiny Indian Ocean island were once thick with the shrill cries of these microbats, they were listed as extinct in 2009. Conservationists had set out to monitor numbers by deploying ultrasonic detection devices. All this highly sensitive equipment confirmed was a dearth of anything emitting ultrasonic squeaks. One likely source of their extinction was the use of pesticides against the ant colonies sharing the island with the pipistrels. Number 3. Madagascar hippopotamus. Madagascar was once home to 3 separate species of the hippopotamus that have one key attribute in common. All 3 have joined the list of animals that are officially extinct, the most recent instance being recorded in 2014. There is ample evidence that hippopotami once ranged widely across the island's 587,000 square kilometers, through fossil remains and folk tales handed down in Malagasy culture. As with most other extinct species, the event that was to have the most catastrophic impact on these water-dwelling animals was the arrival of the first humans on the island around 2,000 years ago. These large and ponderous creatures represented an easy target for hunting. Number 2. Yangtze River Dolphin. Unlike most dolphins that are marine mammals, this species was once common to China's 6,300-kilometer-long Yangtze River. China's Beiji dolphin or Yangtze River dolphin suffered from having an environment frequently encroached by the third of the Chinese population who live around the Yangtze basin. They were driven to extinction by pollution, the construction of major dams, and an expansion in river traffic affected their sonar systems. Virtually blind, they had been reliant on this method of securing prey. The last sighting of the animals, once referred to as the Yangtze goddess, was in 1994, and while there were rumors of fleeting appearances, a scientific team probed the entire length of China's majestic river in 2006 without finding a single specimen. The Yangtze River dolphin has now been declared extinct. Number 1. Japanese Rivarotta. Although these mammals were once commonplace in Japan, with numbers running into millions, a photograph taken in 1979 proved to be the last known sighting of the species. Prized for their fur, otters were hunted on an industrial scale. These creatures are recalled on the anniversary of the death of the poet Masaoka Shiki, 1867–1902. One of his most well-known verses is talks on haiku from the otter's den. So Japan's Rivarottas are remembered every September 19th.